Hi guys, Christy here from Goddess Gallery. I wanted to pop on here and tell you about my new offering I'm so excited about. So the class is called Transformation from Sadness, and it's using intuitive art therapy to heal yourself from sadness or trauma or pain. So I was diagnosed with PTSD 5 years ago and started doing art as my therapy instead of the traditional methods of medication and all of those things. So what I did was I returned to my shamanic roots and other energy work sources and art. So I have started a new series and I did 4 paintings last night. And so I'm going to show you 3 of them that I did, and then I'm going to do a short little experiment with you to show you how you take your sadness and put that into art and then transform that into joy. So the first painting that I'm going to show you, and these are very personal too, by the way, obviously you can tell. So I'm having some emotions come up in a relationship, and I'm not really sure how to process them. And so I thought I would paint them. So there's a lot of sadness happening, and a lot of poor communication, to say the least. So I felt as though I wasn't able to get the things out that I wanted to express, and I don't feel like I was being heard. And so this way, I could take that sadness and that frustration, and I could transform it and be heard and have my voice heard. How? In a picture. Tears. Tears. See that? Tears. Sadness. And do you see? So here's the story on this. This is sad, yes? It's beautiful at the same time because you look at this, you could see there's so much depth in the eyes and the direction. They're both slightly downward on their eyes. And so there's a level of sadness and distrust. And then also, you could see the arms are still reaching out. The caring is still there, but they're realizing that it's just not working this way. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's time for goodbye. So there's the sadness, but then we're expressing, the still caring part of that. Okay. And also, just so you know, this is actually a relationship uh, that is often, it's a lot like a song. You hear a song and you think you know what the meaning of it is. So these paintings are actually not necessarily what you think they are. The relationships are there, but they're different than probably what you might guess. So this particular one, I'm not 100% satisfied with. I'm going to revamp this particular piece, but here you go. So you could see the kiss. See, I put the eye right on the nose, so I'm gonna just like omit that and maybe put some hair and thin the lips out. But I really like how the kiss is there. You can see the intimacy. So again, we're dealing with more processing of emotions, right? There's a lot of intimacy involved in here. And also it's kind of sad because the trust has been broken. That's why there was the distance in the first painting. So it's no longer. It's kind of interesting. But this is a perfect example of how you can take art and take your sadness and transform it into beauty. And here's my favorite piece. I didn't even know that I could paint this way. And by the way, these are all done with watercolor or oil crayons. Literally, it's a crayon. And I color with it. And then what I do, as you can see with my fingers, I blend it with my finger, and I'll show you that. But this is my next painting. And so this is the another level of intimacy, but yet such sadness as to, I don't know, you know, I'll let you decide what it means. I really, really love this painting. As you can see, there's the level of intimacy, and there is the red representation. In this particular picture, it's the divine masculine, and obviously the purple being the divine feminine. And so there's a lot of story behind this, but then there is a fourth painting. And so I thought what I would do is I would literally just show you. It is a very intimate painting, and so I'm not going to hold it up real quick for you to see However, it's an intimate moment. It is art. So I'll just show you this part of it. And so you can see that I'm just going to literally just come right through here, and I'm going to go through I'm going to work on my surfboard as I did with the rest of the paintings, and I'm going to show you how to turn this into a healing process. So again, now, because these are watercolors, if I have any perspiration or moisture on my arms, as you can see, it'll stick to me. So it's a good idea to have a towel that you can lay across your uh, painting, as to not bleed the colors when you're not ready to, when you want to blend them. So for now, I'm just going to cover everything up but the surfboard and this doorway. I'm going to work right here and just let you see how that works out. You can see that. Put this up a little bit straighter for you. Hopefully I don't knock you over, because this is on the edge of my table. But let's go ahead and see what I can do, right? My fingers are starting to get a little bit sore because I've been doing this a lot. So I'm feeling like that I will end up like a guitar player, and I will have a lot of calluses on my fingers. I do love this though, as you can see. So you see how my fingers, it looks as though I've kind of like jackknifed my finger. Was I making that wiggle? I was. That's cute. Okay, so I'm just blending this in here, and I've gotten to the point, so obviously the first painting was sad, right? And the last time I did a sad painting, I turned it upside down and created it into something else, but this is a very intimate, personal experience for me, and so I really want to honor the process of working with shadow self. This is all about process of healing, right? So I want to work with shadow self, and so therefore it was very important for me to capture the essence of the sadness, right? And that beautiful intimate moment between two people, when you just have to realize that this is really struggling. We're struggling and this isn't really working. And so what do? It's those moments. Everybody's had that moment in life. And so you can take the sadness, was the first painting, and then the next one was the kiss. The kiss, the anticipation of the kiss, right? So because I took the sadness and I didn't want it to be sad anymore. So I thought, oh, what would be nice during that moment when you're sad? A kiss would be nice, right? So then you've got that intimacy again on a different level, transmuting it from sadness into something a little bit more pleasurable. Then of course you have the intimate scene in the bedroom or on the floor, and you see that you have this bond, and again there's still that knowing in the background that what will happen. Only the future can tell. So this particular painting is very intimate, but it's also another piece to, oh, look at my fingers, another piece to another painting that I was working on. So as I mentioned to you, my surfboard is in here, right? And remembering, again, I'm covering this because I don't want this this paint to make a mess. So this particular one I did completely differently, but it is actually, look at that. It's a surfboard. I haven't finished this painting yet. So this is literally the view from my room. And this is my board right here. So it's just an extended. This is the other. This painting is from here this way. So it's pretty cool how you can take one situation and look at that one situation. And I have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paintings from one situation, all from sadness to joy. So that is how you do intuitive art therapy. It's such an amazing thing. It's very cathartic. It's beautiful. Oh, to create art while you're in that moment of like intense emotion, and you might be crying, and this just crying and getting it out, just going for it, especially when you're using your hands, you're connecting with their palette. And then that way you're really, really just putting your energy into that. And it's amazing. I definitely highly recommend it. And don't judge yourself. That's not what this is about. When you do this, this is all about you. That's it. If you show someone you're painting, great, but that's not what this is about. It's about getting the pain out. It's about shadow work. It's about embracing that wonderful feeling of going from sad to doing those paintings to coming out the next day feeling so empowered and so joyful. It's just amazing. So we'll do a little bit more here, but I wanted to explain to you about art therapy. I hope that helps. And I am just thrilled to see where my art is going. And who knows? Maybe there'll be an ending to the paintings. Maybe there'll be I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe there'll be a 6th painting. Who knows? Only time will tell, right? That is all, oops, so sorry about the shaking. That is all divinely planned by Allah and by God, right? And where your heart space is, because we have free will. You know, just because one person feels a certain way does not mean that the other person is 100% on board, even if they say so. So sometimes people are not very good at communicating. So it is our job to learn to do that. So if you are in a situation where you're not able to communicate with someone because they're not good at receiving your feelings, or you're not necessarily good at sharing your feelings, this is an excellent therapy for you to get it out. It's very much like, you know, automatic writing. It's the same thing. And if you are like me, I get really into my meditations. And so therefore, my meditations can bring out some great, great information for painting. And that's also an excellent way to calm yourself and get yourself through, you know, traumas through art. So just blending these in, as you can see right on these lines. I'm going to have to probably put a little water on my finger. I feel it's getting a little dry, but not too terribly much because I don't want it to thin a whole lot, just a little bit. There we go, because it is a watercolor, right? All right. Look at that. Okay, so we're at 13 minutes even. I think I'll go ahead and stop right there with that so that way my video doesn't take so long to upload. However, as you can see, so there we go with that one. And remembering that these paintings were all about transforming sadness, right? Sadness into joy. And so remember, this again, here's where we're at right here. Look at this. This is all intuitive. Literally, check it out. Is that not amazing? I mean, that's just surreal. I've never done a painting like this at all, ever in my life. And I have to tell you, I am so proud of this painting. And Jesus, so much emotion went into that. I'm so proud of my work. I'm very excited to see how this comes out. So as I said again, this was the end of this painting. Remember, oopsie, wrong way. So this surfboard here is this painting is the other side of this. So with that being said, guys, do some sadness transformational painting, or you can contact me. I'll be more than happy to give you tips, and you can sign up for one of my classes. I'll be holding them regularly. So I think my next one probably won't be for a little bit though, so probably actually would be a good idea to let me know and get on the wait list. So please subscribe to my channel, and please follow my pages on Facebook, Goddess Gallery and Abundant Healing and Wellness. And so this is Christy, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. So much love from Christy, Abundant Healing and Wellness, and Goddess Gallery. See you soon with intuitive art from Christy. Bye-bye.